Welcome back, nerds. We have another episode of Judging Nerd Culture. I'm Ollie.
And I'm Jess.
And we, this time, for real, are going to figure out who's the best Disney boyfriend.
Yes, part 2.
Our first two-parter.
Yes, hopefully this will be the finale.
Hopefully
we'll be able to decide. Do you want to break the horrible, sad news to them? I was deeply, deeply saddened.
So this is actually only like a day after we recorded the last one. So no shit we heard this week. But shit we did learn is that Shrek isn't fucking Disney.
Nope. We should have known that actually. But didn't realize it until we had already recorded for an hour and some. So we are not going to do that again. You'll just have to live with that. Also, Shrek was a big hitter. He was a contender. He
sure was.
The other boys are lucky.
Mm-hmm. You know who's real lucky? Beast. Prince Adam gets the consolation of getting to move forward because his opponent was disqualified.
Disqualified for being affiliated with an enemy corporation.
I still am astonished DreamWorks isn't Disney.
I know, or Disney owns everything. But yes, Beast goes forward and Shrek is out. Mm-hmm. He may have won if he would have stayed.
It would have been a tight fight, that's for sure.
It would have been close.
All right. So, we're jumping back in. Round 1. We got Shang versus Simba.
Yes. Li Shang from Mulan.
All right, so we have a genuinely good general.
Yes.
The people that were on his team, you know, Mulan and those 3 fuckadoos, they were crap. And he turned them into men of war.
He turned Mulan into a man. She did that all herself. Okay, so I'm assuming I get to have Li Shang.
Well, I don't think we haven't actually talked about Li Shang, so go ahead. Tell us what you want.
Okay.
Tell us why Li Shang should move on.
Li Shang is better than Simba in every way. One, he's a human.
You seem really hung up on the fact that Simba's a lion.
Hey, it's a good argument, okay? But Li Shang, let's see, in the beginning of Mulan, he does have his moment of being a little too masculine, you know, like too aggressively man. But to be fair, he was a military kid. Like his dad was a general, a really famous, powerful general. So he had a lot on his shoulders. He had some big shoes to fill. He felt like he needed to prove something to his father.
There's also probably a lot of toxic masculinity in that household growing up.
Yeah, and growing up in, I don't even know what period of China it was. I don't know. But growing up in ancient China in the military or in the army, whichever, it's got to be stressful. Mm-hmm. It's gonna do something to him, and so when you first see him, he's a little rough around the edges, but Mulan or Ping helps him kind of realize that, like, he doesn't have to be so aggressive. Like, these guys are trying their best, they're going to war, they're scared, but yeah, he saved Shang's life, and Shang again had a moment of
genuine gay panic.
Gay panic, and also like honestly, I don't think it had anything to do with her being female. I think he would have respected that. He would have respected her being, a tough lady. I think it was the fact that he kind of got feelings for Ping, and then Ping didn't have a peen.
Man, what a way. I'll give Shang a few extra points here, because what a way to realize you're gay. It's just like fall in love with this fella, beautiful man, and it turns out, oh, they're a woman. Even though, Mulan's narrative is a little...
Yeah.
But, damn. Unfortunate for Shang.
Can we say, though, that Mulan singing Reflection and then immediately dressing like a man, there's something there.
Oh, there's definitely something there.
There's something there where when they sing, "When will my reflection show who I truly am inside? I will disappoint my entire family if I be the person that will make myself happy." Mm-hmm. And then immediately they cut all their hair off and
dress up like a man
to go to war. Yes.
Mulan is a very confusing movie.
Like, I don't know if they realized at the time what they were doing, but they definitely did something.
Listen, someone knew. Maybe not everyone.
But someone was like, I'm
not going to tell anyone, just going to let it fly. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because, it is an incredibly trans narrative.
It is. But, yeah, I think Shang should move forward over Simba because he is a sexy, bisexual. I don't want to assume.
Well, he liked both Ping and
I'm just
Mulan.
going to go with gay. A sexy gay soldier, general man, who has a kind heart, and he's strong, and he's courageous, and he's hot. I'm hung up, okay?
Fair. So we've already talked about Simba in the last episode, so, listen to that if you want to really go into what Simba is all about. But the only thing that I can think of to give Simba some points over Shang is...
Nothing. Shang is perfect. Shang is perfect. Admit it. He's my MVP, okay? If you guys haven't noticed yet, he's who I'm going to be fighting for to win this thing.
Fair. I got nothing. He's not a lion, and it's a big fucking deal.
It is. It really is. Oh gosh.
All right, this is an easy one.
Having Simba on here is fun because Lion King is a classic Disney movie, and he is technically a prince, but yeah, he is. He is a lion. There's no way around it.
Yeah. Also, weird enough, he's still far more attractive than a lot of the other competitors.
Yeah, which is really weird. I don't understand. If Kovu had been on here, we would have been ruined.
I love Kovu. Oh, what a guy.
He's a lion. He's not a guy.
Listen, those lions were drawn in the sexiest way possible. Do you remember the bedroom eyes that Nala was given?
Let's be honest. The older Disney movies with talking animals, they were real sexy for no reason. Like Robin Hood. I think it was called Robin Hood, but his name was something else. That fox? That fox man and that fox princess? Mm-hmm. What the heck?
Now, genuinely, animated movies, and not just Disney, but Disney especially, really birthed a generation of furries.
They really did. And, they're All Dogs Go to Heaven and all those scruffy dogs. Just so smooth. A dog shouldn't walk like that. It cannot be that smooth. They should not strut like that. And with their silky voices, it's like, okay, this is weird that I am attracted to this hound dog right now, but I'm confused, and I'm turning the TV off right now. The real question, do you remember the movie with the dinosaurs? There's a dinosaur movie called We're Back, A Dinosaur's Story. I don't see that it's made by Disney. So I'm production company it says Amblimation. I don't know if that means anything.
Maybe it's a Bloom film.
Yeah, it's possible. But that one had some debatably attractive dinosaurs as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Someone in the world of animation, there's a group of people who just really want to bone down some animals. PSA, don't do that. Don't do that.
Some anthropomorphic... Wow, that wasn't the word.
Anthropomorphic?
Yeah, I thought that was
anthropomorphic.
Logic.
Anthropocene.
Nope.
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Anyways. And immediately we have Shang versus Prince Charming.
All right, Shang wins. Move on.
Is there any reasoning you think that Charming could have the upper edge on Shang?
My first thought was that, like, oh, he's richer, so, like, if you're, you know, a gold digger, you could go for Charming. But Shang is very rich. Mm-hmm. He is also very rich.
Also, I think Shang is, despite the fact that he looks like a grown man, very young.
Yeah,
right?
I think he probably starts out pretty young. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say a young fella, like, I doubt he's in his 20s. I'm thinking 18, 19 at most.
Oh, it's never said.
Yeah, but that feels like the what they're going for. Like, fresh out of whatever, barely an adult being given his first command kind of character.
Yeah. Well, I feel like in that case, maybe he's like, at most, like maybe 22.
At most. And with that in mind, he did take command of an army at a very young age. That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
Prince Charming, he only killed one dragon.
Prince Charming didn't do none of
that. That was not him.
No, Prince Charming was Cinderella. He had the foot fetish, remember?
Yeah,
yeah, right?
Charming's got nothing. Shang wins.
Shang wins against the foot fetish. Also, we have nothing against a foot fetish. Do your own thing.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's just in this case, Shang is better than Charming.
There's no king shaming or slut shaming in this household.
Because let's be honest, Shang does have some kings.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure. He makes Mulan dress up like Ping all the time.
Memories. All right, so Shang moves on to the semifinals. Now.
Yes.
Kristoff versus Eric.
Yes.
It seems like a pretty easy one for Kristoff, but Eric, I will remind you, despite being incredibly boring and having no actual notable features, after after a bit of discussion, we did determine he's actually a pretty swell dude.
He's pretty swell. He's kind of boring, but he has a good heart.
Yeah, like he genuinely just took a homeless person who was covered in rags from the beach, who just washed up ashore. Weird. And just brought her inside and was like, it's fine. It's normal.
Took care of her. There could have been nefarious reasons. Maybe he was like, wow, this homeless chick on the beach is hot.
And the best part is he doesn't even have to listen to her talk.
Yeah.
Also,
but he could just be a good prince who wants to help.
You're right. We might just be projecting, some bad ideas.
He is the first human that she's ever really met, and she kind of clings on to that fact, and he doesn't. It helps he's attractive, and I'm not saying that maybe she was manipulated or groomed or anything, but maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Also, they don't know how to communicate to each other because she physically cannot. Mm-hmm. So, it's not like he fell in love with her personality.
Well, she kind of showed her personality. I do remember there's the iconic boat scene where they're both in the boat, and like this little rowboat, I'm pretty sure, going down like this. Is it a cave or is it just like a river? Oh God,
it's just a river.
It's been so fracking long. But he seems to enjoy just her company. Mm-hmm.
And she is quirky. That comes across even if she can't speak.
Right, we're trying too hard.
We are.
Kristoff is the perfect himbo. He's a little dumb, a little quirky, but he's also so sweet, and he's got that Netherlands, Swedish, Dutch, handsome vibes going on. He's burly. He's got a cute pet. That always helps. He's
also a solid laborer. His job is to cut and carry.
So he's buff. Ice. He's buff. Ice is not light. He is a buff boy.
He's a strong working man, and there's no way Eric is a working man. He's a lazy prince.
There's no way. He sails away on these voyages, on these boats, because he wants to see the world. He'll look at things in adventure, but when it comes down to like a fight for his life or something, he has no idea.
Nothing.
Yeah, I've seen those arms. They're kind of buff, but maybe he helps on the ship once in a while, but he's not hauling pounds and pounds of ice.
Oh gosh, no. I'm gonna give it to the working class.
Yeah.
Kristoff is more fun. He's a little bit more handsome in a different kind of way, and he's got the people on his side.
Yes. You know, I think Eric is also Dutch. I think the Little Mermaid tale comes from over yonder, across the ocean.
I would have no idea, to be quite honest.
All right, who's next?
Milo versus Naveen.
So Milo becomes a king, doesn't he?
He becomes a full-blown
he's
king.
a full-blown king. Naveen is just a prince. So, like, that is a point for Milo.
That is definitely a point for Milo.
Also,
Naveen does, however, help his girlfriend realize her dream. He's
true.
Very supportive.
It's true. But Milo helps his girlfriend protect her entire family and everything she cares about.
He does fight a, crystal-powered battle god to save his wife. So.
And Milo, it's always interesting and heartwarming to see character growth, but Milo doesn't need that. He starts out great, which, I mean, sometimes might seem like, doesn't give him much character, but he has so much character and so much personality. He doesn't need character growth. Maybe he'll, have some hiccups and realizations, but he starts out with good intentions and a kind heart. Naveen starts out kind of a douchebag, and he ends on a good note. He ends, where we like to see him with Tiana, but I don't know. I think that's maybe a point towards Milo. That's all I'm saying.
I think I agree with you. Milo starts off at a place of, this is a good dude trying to do good work.
Yeah.
And then his character growth is just realizing that he might be a little naive, and that he's got there's more to just finding this place and discovering it. There's a whole life here, and he has to help preserve it.
Yes, because he doesn't realize that people are going to want to research it or take it over or, exploit it for money or anything. He wants to learn.
Also, he had no idea anyone even lived there still. I feel like he might not have even tried to impede on them if he had known.
Yeah.
He's genuinely a good dude. And I think even after Naveen's character development...
Freeze. We need to make sure that he is Disney. Okay. So, it is. Okay, thank God. Milo Thatch is Disney. Also, Cole Sprouse looks a lot like Milo. Which... Tom Holland has a good personality, I think, that kind of matches Milo a little bit better, at least in his, portrayals in different movies and stuff. However, Cole Sprouse just kind of...
looks the same?
He has the hair. He has the costume already. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted.
Right. So, even though Naveen, at the end of his character development, is a good person, and is trying his best, and is supporting his girlfriend, and doing all this stuff, he still has not gotten close to meeting Milo's baseline of goodness. To the point where Naveen wouldn't be able to defend Atlantis. He wouldn't be able to do the things Milo did, and I think that means Milo has to succeed.
Yeah.
Milo it is.
Milo it is, fellas.
Sorry, Naveen. You did a great job.
Our next matchup is Prince Adam, a.k.a. the Beast, against Aladdin. Prince Ali.
So, the thing is, the Beast had already lost to Shrek the last time we considered him.
He still has a chance, it's his second chance. He can try to do better this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, Beast is a moody, angsty boy who hides away in his castle and is a little selfish because he only cares about himself and kind of a little bit forces Belle to be in love with him.
A little bit.
He does free her father in a weird exchange, but he does free her father. He gives her clothes and food. He's a good warden, I guess. He's a good warden when it comes to, keeping her safe and fed.
Yeah, there's no, neglect or abuse in his prison, except for the fact that he's trying to romance her, which is
Let's be honest.
fishy.
Let's be honest. The candelabra, the clock, the teapot, much better princes than Beast.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with Beast. The reason I don't think we can push him forward is just he is the worst character in his own movie.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they were trying to go for like look at him, he's like kind of dangerous and people are scared of him. That's why they call him the Beast. They want to kill him. But every girl loves a bad boy. Kind of thing. Every girl wants to be yelled at and pushed around and enslaved, So, so
totally.
But they went too far. They went a little too far by actually enslaving her and actually him being a little too full of himself and moody and gross.
Yeah. And never forget that this whole thing started because some old homeless lady was like, "Hey, can you help me out?" And he said, "No, fuck off."
Yeah.
He could have, if he was even slightly a chill dude.
Yeah. Which, I mean, in the end, it's supposed to be like, oh, he's learned his lesson. But he hasn't.
He hasn't learned shit.
He hasn't learned anything. That's what should have been the cure for his curse. Learn his lesson to be a kind, gentle, and helpful person. But instead, it was to fall in love. To have somebody love him for looking like a Bigfoot. But like...
Listen, we know for a fact that money can hide a whole lot of ugly.
Yeah, he can definitely still be super selfish. They don't give us Beauty and the Beast 2, and if they did, nobody's heard of it.
We haven't even
he could totally be selfish, and then she realizes, oh my god, Gaston is actually a good guy. But I think he's dead.
He's super dead.
He's super dead.
They throw him off a tower.
Well, she finds a different fella or lady, and I don't know.
Gaston's real dead. He's real dead.
Somebody should pitch Beauty and the Beast 2, where Beast is actually just a big old douchebag.
That'd be weird. So, we haven't even talked about Aladdin in this context, but it's no brainer.
I don't think you really need to. Like, he has his baggage, but in the end, he doesn't enslave Jasmine. He actually genuinely loves her, and he's not doing it under, the money is nice, but he's not there just for the money, He's there for her, not to break the spell of his poorness.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's be honest. When he discovered her, she was pretending not to be a princess. She was out in the street. He was just like, ooh, look at this girl. I want to talk to her. And then was infatuated.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, she's the princess. I have to be a prince.
That's when he decided to lie to her.
Yes.
Just because of social order.
So Aladdin is moving on. All right.
All right. It's time for the semi-finals.
Semi-finals. All right.
Li Shang versus Kristoff.
I don't know if I'm going to like the outcome of this.
This is going to be a hard one.
When we first started this, when we talked about doing these episodes, we made the joke of like, oh, we're so confident that Aladdin and Li Shang will be the last two standing. We will fight to the death for Li Shang and Aladdin.
But now they're up against some powerhouses.
Yeah, what you don't realize when you start is that, a lot of these guys are genuinely good souls. And they're little beings that, it's hard to choose from. It really comes down to your preference of guy, I guess.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm thinking forward. I'm thinking ahead. You're with Shang.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a few years now. You've been together. What is that house? What is that home life like? I think it's stressful.
I don't think it's stressful. I think it's good. But I do think maybe he's bored. Like he wants war. Not because of anything malicious
He wants glory, though.
Yeah,
he's the son of a famous general.
I don't know if he wants the glory, but he wants to feel that adrenaline again, you know? Mm-hmm. He wants to be able to train those guys again. He wants to fight again, but he doesn't get that as much when he's at home because now he's, basically retired. War's not going on anymore. Maybe he's like a cop, you know? Maybe he's like a ancient Chinese cop who, the head of like the security of the little village or something, which still isn't as exciting as going up against the Hun army, but
he's probably making
he's
finding
doing
a way.
his best. Yeah, he's doing his best. He's a good dad, but he's not as happy as he could be.
On the other hand, we have Kristoff, who I think the home life with him would be wonderful.
He would make you the best bread, the most delicious soup. Well, actually, I don't know. The trolls made real bad food, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, for sure. I don't think we're looking
he's
ahead.
He's not a cook. He forages.
We're looking ahead a few years now. So, like, I think at this point he is dead. He's tried his best. He's learned to cook a couple dishes for you.
I do, for some reason, feel like he's very good at making bread. I don't know why. I think he gives off the baker vibe from, was it Cinderella 2? Where her evil stepsister falls in love with that baker. Like, he gives off that, that, like, sweet boy vibe.
Okay.
He knows how to make a good sourdough.
I also think let's say you're laying around watching some fantasy Netflix and having a good time, and then he looks over and you look bored. And Kristoff seems like the kind of guy who would decide, I know what to do. I'm going to make this not boring for them. And put together some elaborate nonsense to go have some fun outside.
Yeah, and I don't think he'd be the kind of guy who was like, oh, you're bored, let's watch a movie. He'd be like, oh, you're bored, let's like make a blanket for it. Let's go outside and howl at the moon, play in the rain. Like, he would want to do fun stuff that reminded him of being a kid. And then when he does have his own kid, he would do the same with them and make sure that they, grew up a good person, at least in his eyes, and that they also kept that joy of being a kid at heart.
And here's the last thing between the two of them that I think we might have to consider on the scale of who's going to win this. Shang seems a little more conservative to me. I feel like he would expect certain gender roles. Whereas Kristoff, I think those might not be.
I don't know if he would expect gender roles. Because of, in light of everything. I think it would take him a minute to understand, especially if his kid ended up being gay. I think he would be supportive, but he would be confused, But I do think he would definitely be like, oh my God, you have a B. You are a failure. You need to try better.
Yeah, he'd be a real strict kind of parent.
Yeah.
And I feel like he'd also might be the kind of guy who doesn't think to do the house chores. Mm-hmm. Like, that's not his job kind of guy.
Yeah.
Because normally he doesn't. But I feel like Kristoff would be like, oh, there's a thing here. I should probably take care of that.
Maybe. Or he'd be outside playing in the mud with twigs in his hair.
And then he tracks the mud all inside.
Yes.
But he will clean it afterwards.
All right. I hate to say it, but I think Kristoff moves forward.
Oh, what an upset. Damn.
Hey, I can be madly in love with Shang and still accept his shortcomings, okay?
Alright, now...
But I will dress up like Pink for him if he wants me to.
Oh, now it's time for Milo vs. Aladdin. Ooh.
I like to see Shang's dragon.
Dear God. Keep it in your pants. So, Milo versus Aladdin. I think this comes down to what kind of house life you want again. Mm-hmm. Milo, I think, is more relaxed, more of a calm, let's figure stuff out, let's build our future. And Aladdin is more of a, well, I've been bored for 20 seconds, so I want to go on an adventure now kind of guy. Which would be a fun boyfriend to have. Be fun. But which one do you want?
I think Milo. I think Milo would be like, no matter what, I think he'd be accepting. Because he got a lot of, flack for wanting to find Atlantis. And a lot of people kind of saw him as the weird...
Yeah,
the weirdo that they didn't really want to deal with or talk to. And so I think whatever his kids decided to do, or his wife decided to do, he would be accepting of it, and he would just want to know, maybe like why, no, he would want to know why they were doing it, or maybe he'd want to be involved. I think he'd be excited, especially if it was something intellectual, like if it was a study of something or a research of something.
I feel, you know what Milo gives me? He gives me Hank Green energy.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I feel like he would have his own TikTok that it started off because he was watching his kids do TikTok. And I was like, this looks like fun. Can I do it with you guys? And they go, no. So he makes his own.
And then he becomes famous for it. And he's like, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, God, what have I done? Do not eat grass.
I feel like Aladdin is not a TikToker. He just has one of those Instagrams.
Yeah, he's an Instagram guy.
Yeah, you look at his Instagram and go,
He only posts things about his life that he thinks are cool. Like he'll pose next to his carpet, in the prayer pose. Like he'll take pictures of him and Jasmine, laying in bed, and he'll pretend to sleep and take a picture of them.
Yeah.
Like he's a fun guy, but he wants you to want his life.
Yeah, he wants you to know he's having a good time.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just. Is so lame.
Yeah. Damn. I really did not expect this.
So Aladdin would be a real fun guy.
I think on average you're gonna have more great adventures with Aladdin, but I think you're gonna have a better life with Milo.
Yeah, in the long run, everything I think will come out better. Oh my God, are both of our favorites?
Our two top seats are out of the game. All right.
It makes sense.
Milo versus Kristoff. Ooh.
It is the finale, everyone. Tell us what you think. Kristoff from Frozen or Milo from Atlantis? Who is your winner? Or do you even agree with this lineup? Because I don't know how I feel about this. I'm just living in the moment, baby.
All right. I'm not sure how we do this one, but I have it in my mind who I think should be the winner. Do you have who you think should be the winner?
Oh God, I don't know. I need a couple weeks to think about this. Let's just go for it and talk about it, and I think I will decide as we go.
All right. So we've touched a little bit on what the home life would be with both of these characters. What kind of later into the relationship kind of person they would be. Let's talk about the dark, seedy underbelly of a relationship.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's talk about sex.
Ooh. Let's talk about sex, baby.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
Between Milo and Kristoff, who fucks? I'm telling you, I feel it in my bones. It ain't Milo.
Feel it in your bone. Oh no!
I feel it in my bone. Milo don't fuck. He make love, but he don't fuck.
Why? Why do you say that about Milo? I feel like he's a freak. I think he might be nervous because let's be honest, Kita is probably his first. But I feel like
when you hit the jackpot on the first try.
I know, right? But I think he has an idea what it is. I mean, he's seen things and maybe he's done a little bit of stuff, but he's not maybe gone all the way. But I think with Kita, I think she's very adventurous, and I think he would be like, you know what, this is scary, but you're hot, and I'm gonna do this.
I can see it. So Milo, here's
like he's adventurous only because it makes Kita happy.
Well, yes, but also I get the strong feeling, Kita's in charge of that bedroom.
Oh, for sure.
100% right.
For sure.
And now she is a freak. So I can see it now. Milo ain't on top of that encounter. You know what I'm saying?
Milo be getting pegged.
Milo is the sub. He's having a good time, though.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it, though.
I think he would make a great sub. Kristoff, on the other hand...
I think he's a switch.
Maybe.
Kristoff is a switch, I think.
But I don't think it's ever anything too scandalous. I don't think it's anything too adventurous.
I think when he's on top, when he's
in charge,
top dog, he probably is very gentle, takes it easy.
Mm-hmm. I think,
he ravishes you because he was raised in the wilderness. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. I think he's okay at making love, and he definitely fucks, but it's not adventurous fucking. He jackhammers and you go.
I don't know. Maybe he's real good at foreplay, and so he doesn't really need to do too much when it comes down to the actual.
He may be good at foreplay, but Milo's a linguist. If you know what
I'm
saying.
God! Oh my god! Oh man! And he does do a lot of research. Oh my god! Are we deciding this based on who is better in bed?
I think that's the only way we can, because we've already said Kristoff would be a great
this
long-term boyfriend.
This depends on what kind of stuff you like in bed, though.
I mean, it does depend, but like...
Okay. How does Milo treat Kita?
Oh, like she's a living goddess.
I mean, she basically is.
She is. But he would have treated her like that anyways.
Yes. And Kristoff does treat Anna very well.
Mm-hmm.
When she treats him like trash. Okay, get over your sister. That's creepy. Do something else with your life. Sorry, I don't like Anna. Kristoff is the only good character in that movie. This is really difficult. We need help here. We need a divine intervention. My thinking is that maybe Milo, because he loves to research and learn, maybe he's stuck in his office all the time. Maybe he's stuck researching and learning things all the time, always has his head in the books, and never really paying as much attention to Kita and his kids as he should.
He's an overworker.
He might be, because he was obsessed with Atlantis for a long time after his uncle's death. And so now that he's found Atlantis and he's learned all he needs to know about it, he freaking lives there and rules over it. He wants something else to learn, something else to obsess over, because he doesn't know how else to go about things. Life is dull without that that drama, that obsession. You know, those people who have to have drama in their lives to feel something.
Kristoff's not like that for sure. He's a hard worker, but like that's just a job.
Yeah, he seems like a real family man to me, Kristoff, because living with the trolls, like they're his family. He loves those guys. He loves Sven, his reindeer. And when he does get welcomed into the warmth of Arendelle, he makes Olaf and Anna and Elsa his family. Like, he warms right up to it. And he's like, okay, this is my family. I've got to take care of them. He doesn't know Elsa that much. He knows Anna. He doesn't know Elsa that much. And he's still willing to go the distance and help Anna save her.
I think you're right. I think you would get more if you spent 50 years married to either one of these characters. You would spend more time with Kristoff than you would with Milo. And like personally, I would much rather pick Milo. He's definitely a bottom, and I respect him.
You want to top Milo?
2,000%. But Kristoff,
me too, honestly.
But I think Kristoff, in the broad sense, would be a better long-term boyfriend.
All right, so there we have it, folks.
Kristoff is the best
boyfriend material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
He may not be a prince, he may not be a king, but
he's a good boyfriend.
Good boyfriend. Yes, king. I hate that. I hate that I did that.
All right.
So yeah, Kristoff is our winner. It's really sad to see Milo and Shang and I guess Aladdin. It's rough to see them go, but
you can't deny
the facts, man.
He took it to the top. He wasn't even in our top picks, but he made it.
He made it.
All right, let us know what you think. Do you think Kristoff should be at the top of this championship?
Is he your champion? Tell us why, or why not.
All right, but that's all we've got this time, and we didn't break an hour.
Yeah, yell at us. State your case about who you think should have actually won.
And then I'll tell you why you're wrong. All right, that's all I got.
Yep, me too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.